Check 1, 2. Check, check. This is a test. Check.
Check, check. Check. Check, check, check. You got it? Yep, yep.
test. Hello, hello. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Homecoming 2020 from the Hill to your home. My name is Eddie Haybeck, class of 99 and 2010, and I'm Norwich's Director of Alumni and Family Relations. So before I get into this next piece, I want to share the results of the virtual 5K that was going on. It's ending right now, but I'd like to share who our winners from that were. In first place, we have Patrick Higgins. Congratulations, Patrick, on being our Homecoming virtual 5K champion. Then we have Gloria Kofi coming in at second. I apparently came in at third, which I'm not sure how that happened. It was probably all the running around doing this broadcast this weekend. That's where I got my 5K in. I'm going to eliminate myself because I was also the race director, and that shouldn't count. Then we have Heather Buck in third or fourth now. Kathleen Harmon in fifth. Richard Porcadoo in sixth. Roy Silva in seventh. Jay Trombley in eighth. Terry Hart came in ninth, and Sean Laporto came in 10th. Congratulations to all of our virtual 5K finishers and our top 10 award recipients there. So now we have something really exciting for you. Our fall sports teams, they always play a huge role in all of our homecoming festivities, and we're all sad that they couldn't be out there competing with you today. COVID restrictions put a lot of impact on our intercollegiate competition. So to get all of our former athletes and fans disappointed, to keep them from being disappointed and, understand what these students are going through, we wanted to give them an opportunity to still compete. So we created the 2020 Grit Games, and it's a chance for all of our fall sports teams to send 3 athletes here, and they're going to go to head right now. If you're a former Norwich athlete, go to Facebook Live, go to the comments section, and tell us what sport you played. We would love to hear from you. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to the athletics communications and multimedia specialist and today's Grit Games commentator, Tanner Acebo.
Thank you very much, Eddie. We are here on the course, and this is going to be something special. I can guarantee it. We have a 12 o'clock start time here, so the competitors are still going through some last-minute preparations here, taking a peek at the course, getting pumped up over in their groups with all their teams over there. So again, we'll be back with you on the air right at noon for the kickoff of this event. And this year is going to be something fun, a great collaboration between the Norwich University athletic departments as well as Alumni and Family Relations and the Semper Fidelis Society, who were so helpful in putting this whole thing together. So we're going to give you a shot here, a high overview of our Grit Games 2020 course. And we're also going to give you the competitor rundown right there on your screen so you can see the heats. Every competitor, it's going to be heats of 2, and they're not necessarily racing against each other. They're trying to log the best time. This is all going to come down to who has the best times. So you might see, one competitor ahead of the other, but that might not necessarily mean that they both don't qualify for our championship round. We've got some official timers here from the Semper Fidelis Society, as well as some folks from the Norwich Athletic Communications Department. So, again, very, very excited for this inaugural event. And we're going to step away here for just a few moments. We'll be back with you live right at noon.
welcome to the inaugural edition of the Grit Games. We have a number of heats for you. Heats will be 2 competitors per heat, 2 lanes. In our first heat, representing Norwich men's rugby, is Jonah Fanuff. And representing the Norwich men's soccer team is Ben Wasco. As the competitors make their way through the first run, we'll kind of clue you in on what the obstacles are. Gentlemen, are you ready? Are our timers ready? So I'm going to give you a 3, 2, 1, go. All right? 3, 2, 1, go! And the first heat in the inaugural Grit Games, they are off. They go up and over that wall. Now they just had to hurdle a log that you can kind of see there on the side. Tall log there. They're making very quick work of this course. Now here they go over each log, over and over. Remember, these two are not competing directly against each other necessarily. This is all about timing. Got some good tumbling here as they head over the logs. Now they go all the way to the far end of the course. They will have to go up and over a series of logs down there with their arms up. They make their way down around the bend there. And we got some log flips. Shades of Metrix's old World's Strongest Man competition down there. Flipping the logs. Now they head to the 2x4 bridge. Balance obviously key in this point. Now to the bear crawl section. And now it's the jumping burpees. Now they must carry those sandbags through. And now it is a sprint to the finish. Great time there for Fanuff. Unofficially a minute 45 for Fanuff. Wasco comes in at 1 minute 50 unofficial. Don't know if you can tell at home, folks, for the viewers that are watching, of course, on the live stream, that a light drizzle has come down, but did not seem to hamper those two competitors. A great effort from both of those gentlemen. Good job.
I hope somebody beats me because that sucked. I don't want to do it again.
Heat number 2 will feature Caitlyn Burke of the Norwich women's rugby team and Sarah Farnham of the Norwich volleyball team. Are our timers ready? All right, it's going to be the same thing as last time, the 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Competitors, are you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. They're into the log section there. Again, for those of you watching at home, you can see the unofficial time as well on the top right corner of your screen. into the log flip section over on the far side of the course. Burke is through that section. Now to the 2x4 bridge. Burke is into the carry section, and now the sprint to the finish. Unofficial time right around 2:52 for Burke. Barnum in the bear crawl. Now the jumping burpees again. Special thanks to the Semper Fidelis Society for helping us put this all together, coming up with some good creative challenges. And it is a run to the finish here for Farnham. Coming in at 3:45 unofficially. All right, we've got Caitlyn Burke here at the podium over here. Tell us about what that course was just like.
It was challenging, but it was a lot of fun. Love hearing all the other athletes cheering us on.
Good squad of people right down the left side here, giving some thumbs up and everything. Was there one particular task that might have been the most challenging out there?
Definitely the logs, and near the end were the sprint with the sandbags.
The sandbag run, yeah. Was there anything that might have been easier than you expected out there after coming and looking at the course earlier on today?
Probably the ball. I was struggling with a little bit, but once the countdown went off, just hit the ground running.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we've got Jonah, who was in that first heat. Jonah, I'm going to ask you some of the same questions. What was like the hardest part out there for you?
The whole thing was hard. The whole thing.
Do you think? Obviously the rain playing a factor. Anything particularly slippery? The wall, for instance, or those logs?
I wiped out over there on the wall, so that was pretty slippery.
And how about lifting the logs when it's wet?
I'll be honest with you, I had to get Wasco to help me on that one.
Team's working out. Well, hey, thank you. Thank
hey,
you very
Mom.
much.
I love you, Mom. All right.
All right. Now we have heat number 3, representing the Norwich football team. We have Trevor Chase. And representing the NU men's soccer team, Bryce Sullinger. Are our timers ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Both making pretty quick work of the climbing wall. Trevor Chase just vaulted the very high log over there. All the way to the far end of the course now. Flipping the logs now at the far side of the course. That was a later addition to the Grit Games. Again, we thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. These guys are almost in a dead heat at the 2x4 bridge. Student photographer Chandler Mosher getting in the mix down there. You can see the Norwich mascot, Alden Partridge, cheering on. Into the jumping burpees. Now it's the carry. And here comes Chase. 148 and 149 approximately for Sullinger. Again, those times unofficial, as we will talk to our official scorers later on here. All right, we've got Trevor Chase over here at the podium. Trevor, tell us about the course here.
I mean, the rain certainly doesn't help for anything, but log carry or log flip definitely got me down there.
That's what a lot of people are saying so far. Also, was it your strategy the whole time to try to vault the high log down there after the wall climb?
After the wall climb, I mean, wait, what? Ask that question again? Sorry.
Oh, was it your strategy the whole time to just kind of try to vault that high log instead of climb over it? You just kind of hit it like a hurdle.
Figured you should clear it's a lot easier, right?
Was there anything out there that might have been easier than when you kind of did your walkthrough earlier today?
No. If I'm being honest, no.
So it is a difficult course, then,
Yeah.
we can say.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, good time, but
You're not going to do this in your leisure time, maybe.
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Trevor, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Heat number 4 on the way. Eduardo Da Silva and Tara Grogan, both of the Norwich women's soccer team. Are our timers ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Both Da Silva and Grogan, members of the NU women's soccer team. Again, unofficial time for all you viewers watching at home on the top right of your screen. We will take the competitors with the top 2 times on the men's and women's sides and run them in a championship heat at the conclusion of this event. We'll also give out awards for team scores as well. Into the log flip, which most of the competitors that we've interviewed have said is potentially the hardest aspect of the course so far. Da Silva into the jumping burpees. Grogan at the bear crawl. Da Silva's dropped the sandbags, sprinting to the finish line. 2:40 unofficially. And here comes Grogan, 2:46, again, unofficial time. Rain's still coming down here on the course, the Grit Games course. Here is part of Norwich Homecoming 2020, from the hill to your home. All right, we've got Eduardo at the podium there. All right, tell us about that course.
Oh, it was hard. That's all I can say. I'm out of breath.
What was the hardest kind of part of it for you?
Everything, maybe.
That's a very fair answer.
Yeah.
Was there anything that might have been easier for you than when you got here earlier
Jumping
today?
the wall.
The wall, yeah. A lot of people are just kind of really solving that wall early on.
Yeah.
What's it like? You get down to the very end, and then you got to carry the sandbags.
Those are heavy. I thought it was gonna be easier, but I mean.
Well, hey, thank you very much. Great job out there. All right, our next heat is at the spot. Timers look to be ready. We've got Avante Solomon from the Norwich football team and Dominic Gerard from the Norwich men's cross country team. Competitors, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Look at them attack the wall. Both these guys are really going for it here. Jumping over those logs as if they were just hurdles. To the far end of the course. The step overs. I'm just making up these terms as I go here also. Now they're both to the log flip again. Unofficial time for you right in the top right corner for all you folks watching at home. Get on that Facebook Live link and give us some comments in the live feed. Tell us where you're checking in from, where you're watching from. Solomon to the 2x4 bridge. And Gerard joins him. Gerard carrying those sandbags. Now he is running to the finish. It's to be 156 or 158, and then 202. We got someone checking in from Prattville, Alabama. Carmel, New York, also checking in on the live feed on Facebook. Tell us about the course here.
It was way more tiring than it looked. Way more tiring than it looked.
Hardest part of the course for you?
For me, probably the log pushes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was maybe the easiest part out there?
Most of the things I had to jump or climb over came kind of naturally.
Natural climber. Tell us about you get to the end of the course here. Got anything left in the reserves for carrying those the sandbags?
I had enough.
Had enough?
I had enough, but the flying burpees were more difficult than you thought they would be.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Heat number 6 here, we have Bianca Klepper from the women's rugby squad and Juliet Sear from the Norwich women's soccer team. Are our timers ready? All right, competitors. 3, 2, 1, go! Both competitors to the far side of the course. Sear at the log flip. Klepper at the step overs down there. In our inaugural Grit Games competition. Bear crawl for Sear. Now into the jumping burpees. Klepper at the 2x4 bridge. Again, Norwich mascot Alden Partridge over there cheering on our competitors. I'm sure, as you can tell at home, the sun has now come out. Still a little bit of light rain here, and also I presume the course will remain soggy no matter how much the sun comes out. Here comes Sear. 3:09 unofficial time. And Klepper right around 3:18. All right, Juliet, tell us about the course out there.
It was fun. It was a little slippery. The logs really killed my arms, so the rest of it was a little rough, but we're good.
Yeah, once you get past the log flip, everything kind of gets a little bit easier, I would think. But as you're getting more tired, then you get down, to the jumping burpees and then the sandbag carry. Was there a part of the course that was like kind of easy for you, or easier than you had expected?
I have very, very long legs, so the log climb over was really easy.
The step over down there
Yeah.
at the far side of the course. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have heat number 7 on the way here. Leo Kleberg from the Norwich men's rugby team, and Noah Knight from the Norwich football side. Timers, are we ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! They both go for the quick vault of the first log and very quick time over the wall. A lot of competitors electing to just go for that jumping hurdle over that last log before you have to take a bit of a jaunt to that far end of the course in the kind of the side saddle logs over there. Kleberg to the log flip, and now Knight joins him there. Unofficial time at just over 1 minute. Now it's another sprint to the 2x4 bridge. Speed key here, but also balance. Jumping burpees for Clayburgh. Knight in the bear crawl. Clayburgh drops off the sandbags. Sprint to the finish. Unofficial at 1:44 there. And Knight's unofficial time, 1:54. All right, Leo, great job out there. Tell us a little bit about the course.
Well, it was definitely a smoker. I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, it seemed a little easier than it actually was.
So what was maybe the hardest part out there?
I think the whole sections after the logs, the flips kind of smoke your legs, and then you still have to sprint and do burpees and all that. So, yeah, it's hard pumping.
Was there any part that might have been easier for you than when you came and looked at the course earlier this morning?
Not easier than expected. Yeah. Yeah.
Just challenging through and through. All right, Leo. Well, hey, great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have heat number 8 on the way. Marissa Brandon from the women's cross-country side and Padiasa Feku from the Norwich volleyball team. Timers, are we ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Both competitors now all the way down at that far end of the course. And again, the depth perception might not do it justice, but it's a pretty good distance in between those ones at the far side, and a little added sprint in there. Both athletes now to the log flip, the consensus pick for most difficult task on the course. Brandon at the sprint to the finish. Unofficially in at 3:34. And here comes Patty to the finish line as well. After that rainstorm earlier today, it's actually turned into kind of a nice day here. All right, Marissa, tell us a little bit about that the Grit Games course.
It was a little bit better where it's not raining anymore, so it's a little bit nicer. It was definitely a lot harder than it looks. What really killed me was those logs. That was pretty tough trying to lift that up over your head and like up. It wasn't really that slippery anymore, which is nice, so happy about that. But it was definitely really fun, so I'm glad we're doing it today. Was there anything that might have been easier for you like the second time around after kind of doing the walkthrough earlier today? The wall was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Being able to get up, it was like a bit of a shock for me, so that was good.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Marissa.
Thank you.
Next teed up, we've got Nate Jones from the men's cross-country team and Nate Stateris from the Norwich men's soccer side. Are our timers ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Up over the wall, it's almost a dead heat. Still neck in neck to the far side of the course. About to get to the log flip. Stateris at the sprint. 2:11 unofficial time. And here is Jones dropping off the sandbags and running to the line as well. Unofficial time 2:42. All right, we've got Nate Stateris here with us. Nate, we're going to switch up the questions a little bit. Want to learn more about you. Give us your hometown and your major.
Yeah, so my hometown is Bedford, New Hampshire, but I moved to Hampton, New Hampshire over the summer.
And major?
Oh, exercise science.
Exercise science, all right.
Yeah.
So as an exercise science major, what was your body kind of telling you out there on the course?
Man, my body was telling me, like, stop. Yeah, I mean, like, it came after, right before the leg raises. Yeah, lactic acid was just like.
So you hit the leg raiser, then you got to do the log flip as well.
Yeah.
Right after it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that was like, deceptively challenging? It might look kind of, easy just looking at the course, then you get out there and you're doing it, and again, your body's kind of giving you those signs.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you got to picking up those sandbags, it was like your blood's pumping, So, like, when you pick them up, your wrists are like, dude, you can't do this at all.
Awesome. Well, good job, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next up, heat number 10, we have Catherine Farnham from the Norwich women's volleyball team and Emily No from the Norwich women's rugby squad. Timers, are we ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Both competitors all the way down to that far side of the course, getting ready for those log flips. Both competitors to the 2x4 bridge. And the rain is picking up here once again on the Grit Games course. Here comes No for the sprint to the end. Clocking in right around 2:39, and Farnham at 2:42. All right, Emily, tell us your hometown and your major.
I'm from Turlock, California, and I'm a mechanical engineer.
So tell us a little bit about the course. You were out there as the rain was picking back up. What were the conditions like out there?
I'd say if you're shorter than 5'6", it's going to be hard. Yeah, the logs actually, I did not realize they were much harder than I thought, too. Sandbags, you got to balance yourself without going too forward or backwards.
Was there a part out there that might have been, maybe easier than you thought initially, or?
Probably the wall.
The wall?
Yeah, it kind of overhyped in my head, but it's all right. I'd rather expect the worst than.
Hey, and it's kind of good because it's right at the beginning, so you can kind of get it over with quick.
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, thank you very much. Good job.
You.
Got the final heat coming up here, heat number 11, and then once this heat concludes, we will take a quick break to tabulate times and scores, and then we'll create the two finalist rounds, the championship round for the men's side and for the women's side as well. Are our timers ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Again, our final heat, heat number 11 of the afternoon. A spot potentially in the championship round on the line. And again, we're going to be handing out team awards, scored similar to cross-country meet. Your place will determine the number of points that you receive as a competitor. Both making it to the far side of the course now. It's Tellefson on the side saddle logs. White joins him there. So the rain really coming down potentially as hard as it has all day. Both to the log flip. Tellefson to the bear crawl. Bill White 2. The 2x4 bridge. Approximately 90 seconds in. Tellefson. Tellefson's going to cross unofficially at 1:39. And unofficially, that is the fastest time we have seen today. Here comes White dropping off the sandbags, and he makes his way to the line. Unofficial time of 1:57. All right, Jack. First off, give us your hometown and your major.
Bow, New Hampshire. Reppin'. I'm a history major.
History major, nice. Tell us about the course. You were out there probably at the rainiest point of the day.
It's tough. Good stuff.
Is there like maybe a favorite part of the course for you?
The balance, because you can walk.
A little cool down for you there, right?
Exactly.
Right there in the middle. So you come down to the line. You know, you're seeing that you got a pretty good time going. I don't know if you could see the clock from where you were, but I don't know if you had the good internal clock going. But what kind of pushed you to the end there? Pushed you through the sandbag carry and then the sprint through the finish line?
My mom's on the live stream. It's all for her, baby. Yeah.
Great stuff. Well, I do believe unofficially you've secured a spot in the finals, so we'll give you a chance to take a breather here. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and as we wait for the final tabulations here and to get the championship heats going, I'm joined by Director of Alumni and Family Relations, Eddie Haybeck, here on the live stream. Eddie, first off, kind of give us a rundown on how this whole thing was created and how it all came together.
Yeah, Tanner, thank you for asking that. It's such a shame that our fall athletes have no intercollegiate athletics to compete in right now. And as a former athlete myself here at Norwich, I could not imagine the disappointment of having my season canceled. So we wondered, what could they do? Because they're such a big part of homecoming. And Vice President Dave Whaley actually came up with the idea, what about an obstacle course race? And that's how this whole thing came to fruition, because it's something that we can control. It's something that we can run ourselves, and it gives us a chance to have the fall athletes, in the spotlight, something they deserve.
And one thing that I'm sure I've been noticing, and I'm sure you have as well, is the camaraderie between the athletes, not just within their teams, but they're all kind of out there cheering each other on, and that's just really something great to see as well.
No, absolutely. I mean, they haven't had any games or anything to do this at, so it's not surprising that they're really excited to be out here, and it's definitely showing.
The only bummer about it is it's the weather just not really cooperating with us.
Well, Tanner, it's called the Grit Games.
Hey, exactly.
I wouldn't imagine anything different. The only way we could have made this better if it was snowing right now. That would have certainly added an element of grit to the Grit Games.
But we just talked on the Reveille Athletics podcast, which, folks, if you haven't listened yet, what are you doing with your life? Go check it out on iTunes and Stitcher and all SoundCloud, all that good stuff. But you told me that you jumped in the Arctic Ocean, so you went into the Arctic Circle. So that answer doesn't surprise me.
Oh, well, it's all about grit, right? That's what Norwich produces.
So again, give us a little bit more. Tell us about the success of this virtual homecoming weekend.
Yeah, I got to say, homecoming this year, it's awesome. Right from the start, right to the end, it's very different. It's not what any of us would have imagined, but we're thankful we can still celebrate it in some shape or form. And from the moment we started this live broadcast with the Corps of Cadets Review with Retreat, right up on to now, seeing the fall athletes in the Grit Games, it's just been phenomenal through and through. And I feel like we're connecting with a lot of people we might never have seen at a homecoming. They just can't get here. So it's wonderful that they're all involved and tuning into this whole thing.
So I just got the word. We've got the final heats determined. We're just going to make sure the competitors are ready to go here. I got to say, I was really impressed. I caught some of the virtual PT earlier today, and I think that was a really, really awesome addition to the program. And we have some incredible students here that you put them in front of the camera. They might not have any maybe experience, but you can just kind of see that some of our kids are so natural. I mean, interviewing these kids here after the meet, but also that virtual PT.
It's one of the big things for alumni coming to homecoming is to connect with our students. And this was a way that we could, bring our students into their living room to do PT with them. So it went over well.
Awesome, Eddie. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us here on the broadcast.
Thank you, Tanner, for being our commentator.
Anytime. Good. All right, there's still some final tabulations going for the team championship titles, but we have our championship heats set to go. It's going to be Jonah Fanuff and Jack Tellefson, both of the Norwich men's rugby team. Some bragging rights on the line. Inter-squad competition here. Are our timers ready? Are competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Men's championship heat underway as the course continues to just get soaked with rain. NSN producer Jordan Royer just brought up a great point. Jonah was in the first heat and Jack in the last heat. So a big kind of gap between the two competitors there as they both make their way. Championship run into the log flip.
These guys are really going for it in the crawl station. They went for a straight crawl there for the championship run. Now the sandbag run. And it looks like both competitors are going to come across the line right at 2:18. I don't know if that's going to come down to tenths of a second or what, but that might be a straight-up tie for first place, representing the Norwich men's rugby side.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, tell us about going in the final heat and then turning right back around and hitting the course again.
It's tough. Tough competition over there with Jonah, but we still pulled through.
Was, second time around, anything, more difficult than the first time? Anything kind of easier for you? Because, you had about a 10-minute turnaround from your heat to the championship.
We had a low crawl this time. I'm an expert low crawler, though. Practiced for many years. So that was a lot easier, actually.
You're a well-studied in the low crawl.
Well-studied.
So that worked out in your advantage there. A nice little surprise for you. Well, hey, congratulations. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Now we're going to get Jonah over here as well.
What's up?
So Jack told us a little bit about that low crawl getting added to the championship run. Did that kind of throw a kink in your strategy at all, or?
When I was a little kid, that's how I used to go down the stairs, so it worked out great.
So you're both very seasoned in the low crawl.
Yep.
With the rain just pouring down on you, was the course obviously a little bit different than from your first run this morning?
Yeah, actually, I'm soaked now, so not a huge fan of that.
Well, the low crawl will get you. Hey, thank you so much for the interview, and congratulations to both you guys again.
Yeah, of course. Still love you, Mom. All right.
All right, now we have the championship round on the women's side. This will also feature two competitors from the same team. We've got Eduardo Da Silva and Tara Grogan from the Norwich women's soccer team. Again, this is our final heat of the day. Are the timers ready? Competitors ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. And we're underway in the women's championship heat, attacking the wall as again the rain just pours down here on our 2020 Grit Games course. Both competitors at the far side of the course, one to the log flip. Almost hard to see the competitors all the way down there through that rain coming down. Again, the unofficial time up in your top right corner. But this time not really a factor. This is a head-to-head race. Da Silva through the log flip. And again, now they'll be doing the low crawl instead of the bridge, and it's going to be a low crawl for a considerable distance. Da Silva drops the sandbags and she sprints to the line. 3:05 unofficially for the women's individual champion, Eduardo Da Silva. And here comes Grogan. Second place finish for Tara Grogan, and Norwich Women's Soccer goes 1-2 in the individual championship round. All right, we've got women's individual champion here, Eduardo Da Silva. First off, tell us about that low crawl. Tell us about the difference in the championship round versus the initial heat.
I didn't like that.
And nothing better on a great rainy day than to get down on a low crawl. Was there anything that was a little bit easier for you maybe on your second time through the course?
No. Everything was hard, so.
Fair answer indeed. How hard was the log flip with the rain coming down and the fact that you're on your second time going through the course? Do you remember the log flip?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Maybe it was the same. I don't know.
So you get to the end, you drop the sandbags, you got the sprint to the finish. Are you feeling kind of a sense of relief almost that you've made it through the course twice now?
Oh, yeah. I didn't think I was going to make it, so I did.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, hey, congratulations on your first place finish.
All right, now we've got Norwich University Director of Athletics, Tony Mariano, here to hand out some hardware. First the individual champion, which was a de facto tie between the two men's rugby competitors. So if you guys want to go on up there. Excellent. Congratulations, gentlemen. And we'll get Eduardo back over there for the women's individual champion. Next up, the scores have been tabulated. Our team champions were the Norwich University men's rugby team. And our women's team champion, Norwich University women's soccer. Congratulations to all of our competitors today. We thank everyone for bearing with us here and going out on a limb, trying something a little bit different here on homecoming weekend. And we thank everyone out there for tuning in as well. That just about does it here from our Grit Games end. Again, we thank our great NSN production crew and everybody for tuning in. And I'm glad to turn the live stream microphone over for a final send-off from Norwich University Director of Alumni and Family Relations, Eddie Haybeck.
Thank you, Tanner, and thank you to the NU Semper Fidelis Society for helping us create this event. This was simply awesome. I know how disappointed our student athletes are that they can't compete right now, but by creating this event, we hope we gave you a chance to, do something athletic this fall, to compete against your peers. And as much fun as this was, we hope that you're all back competing in your sport soon enough. Right now, I would like to introduce one of my colleagues, Leah Cifuentes, class of 2019 and 2020, the Assistant Director of Class Giving. Leah?
Thanks, Eddie. Hi, everyone. I'm just here to give you all an update on our Homecoming Challenge. Right now, we're at 402 donors, $229,040. I'd like to give a special thanks to class of 1985 for having the most donors. Thanks, 1985. The challenge runs until tonight at midnight. Help us meet our $600 goal. Norwich forever.
Thank you, Leah. I'd like to remind viewers of some more special events coming up this afternoon. At 1:30, you can watch our NU esports team compete live on Twitch TV. And to watch that, you can go on our homecoming webpage, and there's a link right there so that you can sign in and join that event. At 3 p.m., the class of 1970, that's right, the new old guard, they're going to celebrate by having a virtual reunion. And at 4 p.m., the class of 2005 is going to have a virtual reunion. Both of those are going to be on Zoom. And if you're in one of those classes and you want to join, go to our homecoming webpage. You'll see a link to register for the event and get an email to join it at 3 or 4 p.m. So this concludes our live broadcast of Homecoming 2020. We hope you enjoyed this virtual homecoming experience. Homecoming 2020, from the Hill to your home, seeing our students, seeing our campus, and just engaging with us here in Northfield, Vermont. We hope that this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We really do. And we would love to have all of you join us at a future homecoming as soon as that's possible. So next year, Homecoming 2021 is going to be September 23rd and 26th. So mark that on your calendar right now. The cool thing is, if you were supposed to celebrate a reunion this year, if you're a class year that ends in a 0 and a 5, you are invited back next year to celebrate at Homecoming 2021. And that's in addition to the current reunion classes then, those that end in a 1 and a 6, they will be celebrating their reunion also. So until then, be safe, stay healthy, Norwich together, Norwich forever.